So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Exotic Astrology. Nice to see you back. Today, we shall discuss on the motion of Saturn, which is finally getting direct in the sign of Capricorn. Every year, for many months, Jupiter and Saturn they are retrograde, and these months, especially April, May, June, July, August, and September, they are very important for us to introspect different avenues of life which we once planned to do, but we refine them and make them better day by day. So I'm here at my friend's backyard, so it's a beautiful place here. Just showing you around. All right, so it's with a selfie stick, so it's a bit shaky, so please apologize for the audio and video problems. Yes, and usual, if you're new to the channel, then please subscribe to it below, and if you want a consultation from me, then my website exoticastrology.in is also down below. God is there with you all the time. Just look to him and you will surely find him. All right, so what is Saturn? Saturn went retrograde long time back. So whichever houses Saturn rules in your chart, you might have felt that these energies have become a bit heavy in the last 2-3 days, and it's a bit heavy even today, and it will be very heavy tomorrow. And on 29th, if I'm correct, Tuesday, it is finally becoming direct. It's ending its retrogression. And Saturn is a very interesting planet. Why? Because he is the original lord of the 10th house. And recently, 2 days back, I had made a video which got 10,000 views in one day. I was very surprised to see. I had named it as How Saturn Tricks You, or Have You Been Tricked by Saturn? So in that video I had said that Capricorn is the place where you see your weaknesses. Why? Because it's the original 10th sign where the sun gets directional strength, and you understand that there are limitations. Why do they say Capricorn is the sign of limitations? Because if you look carefully in your life, you will always see that there are limitations. You want to earn a certain amount of money, but you are not able to earn. Many people tell me they wanted to get married to somebody, but they could not get married to that particular person. Many times people tell me that their spouse left them, they were cheated, or their spouse left their body, or they just disappeared without giving any reason, or they were abused, or they were unhappy in their relationships. So either it's career or marriage or any area of life, you would always feel that there are many challenges and there are many limitations which we always face. So therefore, when we talk about Capricorn, it's essential that we understand what Capricorn is, and therefore Capricorn shows us that you may not get everything that you wish in life, but you definitely have to work for what you want, as Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Manashasthani Indriyani Prakriti Sthani Karshati, that the living entity is endeavoring very hard for being successful in this material world. So therefore, whenever it comes to Saturn, you have to understand that Saturn may not give that which you want, but he will definitely give you what you need. Should I repeat? Saturn may not give you what you want, but he will give you what you need. He will give you that which is required for the upliftment of your soul. He will give you that which will show you what you are good at, where you are good at, with whom you are good at, where you are not good at, where you are bad. Okay. So therefore, many times people say that they have faced so much struggle and difficulties and turmoil in the dashas of Saturn. But why does that happen? It is because sometimes, or many times I would say, most of the people, most of us, including myself, we try to eat more than we can digest. Not only physically eating, but anything in life. Like many times people tell me that They want to become a millionaire, they want to have $1 million. But then I ask them a question: if suppose if you get a job which pays you $1 million, or if you have a business, are you ready to put that hard work? Are you ready to have that level of discipline? Are you ready to have that level of commitment? And then they shy out from giving an answer to me. So what does this mean? This means that although we think that we deserve so much, but if you ask yourself deep down inside, are you ready to pay the price for the things that you want? Very few of us can actually boldly proclaim that yes, 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 I am the one who is ready to pay whatever price that is required. Okay, so therefore, Saturn was now retrograde for a long time, since long time actually. It feels like ages. So therefore, when he went retrograde, so when the retrogression started, that time you would have felt that you are trying to eat more than what you should. But now, during this course of retrogression, you would have understood that this is the amount of food that you can digest. These are the things which you can and which you cannot digest. So, therefore, Saturn gives us these lessons when he goes retrograde. And now, in the next 3 days, he's stationary and he is about to go direct. Okay, from 29th 30th, and he will be stationary direct for 29th 30th, and then first also. So roughly from first week of October, you will start getting the feeling that now I will only eat what I can digest. Otherwise, it does no good to anybody actually. Neither does it will it do any good to us or any of our friends or family members or even our spouse or our boss or anybody. Okay, so therefore, now the thing is, Saturn goes retrograde every year, right? So every year, does it happen that for April, May, June, July, August, September, we realize how much we can eat, and then from September, October, when he goes direct every year, we again start eating that much? Well, that depends on your horoscope. That depends on how your Saturn is placed. That depends on how strong your 10th house is, how strong your 10th Lord is, how strong your Lagna Lord is. Okay, how strong your trines are, the 5th Lord, the 9th Lord. They will tell you to what extent you will learn the lessons that Saturn wants to teach you. So therefore, you may think that, oh, Saturn goes retrograde every year, but what's happening? Life's still the same. Life has not changed. Well, that has happened because maybe you are not upgrading yourself. Okay, so there are two ways by which you can change your life. One is by self efforts, which is the 5th house, self learning, like a disciple. And 9th house is the guru, under the shelter of the guru, blessings of the guru. Blessing doesn't mean some fancy blessings, but by the guidance of the guru. The guru's blessings come in the form of his guidance. Okay, so therefore, whenever you feel that you are not upgrading yourself, because trines are the only houses which upgrade you. The 10th house doesn't upgrade you. It just gives you a status temporarily, and then when you die, the status is gone actually. 7th house, you are married to somebody, but then at the time of death, you part ways. 4th house, you have a property, and then you leave, right? Even the Lagna doesn't stay, even your body doesn't stay. So there are only two houses in the horoscope which stay with you life after life after life. Which are those two houses? The 5th and the 9th. They are the only two houses. They represent you. The 5th house represents you. It's the soul. It's the Atma. It's you. Krishna says in Gita, you are not this body, you are spirit soul. So you might think, oh, I am the ascendant. No, you are ascendant, but only in this life. But what about the rest of your lives? You where you are, and you will always be the 5th house. And then what's the 9th house? 9th house is the 5th from the 5th. It's the higher octave of the 5th house. So it is where finally the results of the 5th house manifests. That is, your self efforts are culminated when you get guidance from a guru. Okay, so therefore, if you feel every year you are seeing these videos, like I've been making this video from last 3 years, 2017, 18, 19. Yeah, three and a half years. Saturn going retrograde in Capricorn, or earlier it was retrograde in Sagittarius. Then 2017 it went back to Scorpio again. July or around that time from Sagittarius again. So 2016 it was in this Scorpio again. Then it was again retrograde in Scorpio. So, and last 2 3 years it has been hovering around in Sagittarius. So you might feel that, oh, it's the same video every year. I am seeing Saturn retrograde video every year. Saturn is going stationary, then stationary, and then stationary retrograde, then stationary, then again stationary direct. But what's happening in my life? I do not see any change. I do not see anything tangible happening. That is because you are not upgrading yourself. Okay, so especially if you want to harness the periods of retrogression of Saturn, then it's very essential that you look at the houses which Saturn rules in your chart, and depending on that you decide what do you lack in life. Do you lack self efforts, which is the fifth house, or do you lack guidance from a mentor or a guru? So therefore, always try to check what's happening in the houses which are in trines to your Saturn. The houses which are in trines to your Saturn, they will help to elevate Saturn. Okay? So therefore, suppose your Saturn is in third house, then which houses should you check? You should always check the fifth and the ninth from the third, which is the seventh and 11th. Okay, so if your Saturn is in the eighth house, then you check the fourth house and the 12th house. Okay, so trines does not only mean the Dharma Trikon 159, it means from every other house, because there are many trines in the horoscope. Okay, not only one trine. So if you feel that these retrograde videos are useless and you don't get any tangible information, every year the same thing is happening. Of course, it will depend on your dashas and your horoscope. But what I'm trying to tell you, not as an astrologer, but if you feel that even after knowing your dashas, you still cannot figure out what's going on in your life, that is not because you don't know astrology, or that is not because you are not aware of astrology topics, or that could also happen, no doubt. But what I have seen is there are many people who have learned so much about astrology, and they are like big pundits. They are very knowledgeable. They know so many shlokas, but yet they are unable to figure out what even a single planet is doing in their horoscope. Why is that happening? Because you may see, oh, so for example, if you're running Venus Mahadasha, then you will run Venus Sun, then you will run Venus Moon, then you will run whatever, Venus Rahu, and then Sun Moon, Sun Rahu, then Sun Saturn, whatever. So you may feel that Mahadashas are changing, Antardashas are changing, and planets, they are giving different results, but overall I am not able to understand the lessons. Okay, so therefore, even in this case, like currently Saturn is transiting in Capricorn, so always check what planets you have in Taurus and Virgo, and the planets, these planets will help you to understand more. Okay, so whenever you are in need, these planets will come to help you regarding Saturn. And if you have Saturn originally in your birth chart in Capricorn or in Taurus or in Virgo, then this is even more prominent, because this is like Saturn is returning to your trines, or it's your Saturn return. Okay, I mean from your natal Saturn, I mean. Okay, so therefore, this transit now of Saturn is going to be direct from retrogression. So I hope you have understood the lessons that Saturn wanted to teach you during this retrogression, and it made things very clear, like he does in Capricorn. He shows you your limitations, and then he forces you to eat that which you can digest, not fancy around and say big things. People with a weak Saturn, they will always keep saying big things, but they won't do anything. So, do you only boast, or do you also do? Okay, so that's how you see how your Saturn is. All right. So there are many things which you can see in your horoscope, like the first house, fifth house, ninth house from your lagna. Then from your Saturn, you can check the fifth and ninth, what is going on. Okay. So whenever you are in need and doubt, you should consult these planets. What do I mean these planets? Suppose you have Venus in Taurus, which is trines to current transit of Saturn in your original birth chart. So you consult Venus. What do you mean by Venus? So if you're a man, maybe your spouse can help you regarding this. Okay. So yeah, that's how you decide. Okay, if it's Mars, then maybe your brother can help, or if Mars is your seventh lord in your birth chart, then your spouse could also help you. Okay, if Mars is your 11th lord, then that person could be your elder brother or elder sister. Okay, Mars is your ninth lord, could be your father. So this is how you see the natural karakattvas and the houses that this planet rules in your chart, which is placed in trines from Saturn. Okay, so therefore keep an eye on Taurus and Virgo, what's there, and if you have not yet learned the lessons, then try to see from the lives of these personalities, okay, who are sitting in Taurus and Virgo. They might be able to help you regarding what's going on. Okay, that will be all from my side. I hope you like this view. I will. It's a beautiful small garden. It's like a mini garden. I could show you the other side also, but there are dustbins. So I guess you won't like to see it in the morning. All right, so yeah, so that is all from my side. If you're new to the channel, then please subscribe to it, and if you want to watch other Saturn videos, I'll put it here. And if you want a consultation from me, please go to my website down below. God is there with you all the time. Just look to him and you will find him even from the top. Right, thank you.